Morgantown, West Virginia, is a picturesque and vibrant city nestled in the Appalachian foothills along the banks of the Monongahela River. Known for its scenic beauty and small-town charm, Morgantown is home to approximately 30,000 residents and serves as the county seat of Monongalia County. Despite its modest size, the city is a bustling hub due to its proximity to West Virginia University, WVU, a major institution that shapes much of the local culture, economy, and lifestyle. The city is characterized by its rolling hills, wooded areas, and expansive parks, which provide residents and visitors with ample opportunities for outdoor recreation. From hiking and biking in the nearby Cheat Lake and Cooper's Rock State Forest to enjoying the peaceful surroundings of the riverfront, Morgantown offers a variety of activities that highlight its natural beauty. Morgantown's historic downtown area features a mix of charming architecture, local businesses and restaurants, offering a welcoming atmosphere for both residents and tourists. The downtown is known for its vibrant arts scene, cozy cafes, and a variety of events that take place throughout the year, making it an appealing place for young professionals, students, and families. West Virginia University, located in Morgantown, brings a youthful energy to the city as the campus attracts students from all over the world. The presence of the university contributes to a diverse cultural environment, with numerous cultural events, academic opportunities, and sports activities. The university's sports teams, particularly the Mountaineer football and basketball programs, are a significant part of the local identity, and game days bring a festive atmosphere to the city. In the quiet town of Morgantown, West Virginia, November 28, 2005, started like any other day. Shelly Michael, a respected pediatric nurse, claimed to have left her home around 6:10 a.m. for work at Ruby Memorial Hospital, leaving her husband, Jimmy Michael, asleep in their bedroom. Hours later, Shelly received a phone call that would forever change the course of her life. Their home was on fire. Rushing back to the scene, Shelly was met by fire trucks and first responders battling the blaze. She repeatedly asked about Jimmy's whereabouts, but firefighters could not locate him initially. It wasn't until the fire was extinguished that they found his lifeless body in the master bedroom, still lying on the bed. While at first glance it seemed like Jimmy had tragically died in the fire, closer examination raised immediate suspicions. Detective Paul Mezzanot, among the first investigators on the scene, noted peculiar details about the case. Despite the fire, the house was not significantly damaged. The structure was mostly intact with only minor water and smoke damage. Jimmy's body, though in the middle of the fire's origin, had minimal burns and was lying flat on the bed in a position that suggested no attempt to escape. This contradicted what would be expected in a fatal house fire. Typically, fire victims display evidence of muscle contraction or defensive actions in a desperate attempt to survive. In Jimmy's case, there were none. These anomalies immediately flagged the death as suspicious. Further investigation deepened these doubts. The medical examiner's report, released just days later, confirmed that Jimmy Michael had not died in the fire. There was no soot in his lungs, meaning he hadn't been breathing when the fire started. This revelation turned the case into a homicide investigation. It was clear that someone had killed Jimmy and set the fire to cover their tracks. As investigators delved into Jimmy and Shelly's lives, they uncovered a relationship far less idyllic than it appeared. Shelly, known for her charm and striking appearance, was a former cheerleader who had attended West Virginia University, earning accolades both for her academic achievements and her athleticism. She pursued a career in nursing and quickly gained a reputation for being both talented and flirtatious. Jimmy, a well-liked businessman and youth football coach, had left his hospital job to start a medical supply business and appeared to embody stability and reliability. Together they seemed to be the perfect couple in the eyes of friends and family. But behind closed doors, tensions simmered. Jimmy's parents, Dennis and Ruth Michael, noted that Shelly was fixated on maintaining the appearance of a perfect life. She wanted everyone to see her family as an ideal unit, even as the reality was far more complicated. Investigators soon discovered that Shelly was involved in an extramarital affair with a man named Bobby Teets, an employee at Jimmy's business. Teets confessed to the affair during questioning, stating that it had begun during a business trip and had continued for months, including an encounter in the very bed where Jimmy was later found dead.
Who would have had a reason to start that fire?
I wanted Jimmy here.
Who would have a reason to start it?
Nobody that I know. Jimmy tried to test that was a heart attack.
When was the first time?
That was it. First time.
When was the other time? You said there was twice.
Suspicion around Shelly deepened when her alibi began to unravel. Shelly claimed she had been at work all morning, only leaving briefly to retrieve a forgotten pager from her truck. However, surveillance footage showed her leaving the hospital grounds at 8:11 a.m. and returning at 8:28 a.m., a 17-minute window unaccounted for in her story. Furthermore, a neighbor reported seeing Shelly's car pulling out of her driveway at 8:20 a.m. These discrepancies painted a troubling picture. Despite these inconsistencies, Shelly insisted on her innocence and denied any involvement in her husband's death. She even volunteered to meet with detectives for a second interview, where she again denied the affair and maintained her version of events.
So with that toxicology stuff, are you looking to see if someone poisoned them or something?
We're just looking to see what's in his system.
Okay.
Did you have me before you
I
left?
gave him a kiss this morning.
Okay. Anything weird about that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you're at the hospital by what time?
I think I was there by 6:10 or 6:15. No, I didn't leave the hospital. It was raining really hard, so I was going to move my car to the garage. Like from work? No.
Could somebody saw you go by the house? Do you remember seeing anybody? I'm asking.
I didn't leave.
Shelly, I got a person who has given a sworn deposition saying that between 15 and 20 after 8 on this morning of this fire, when I'm driving past her house, she is pulling out of the driveway.
I'll just be blunt now. Is there any kind of affair?
Nothing like that. Nothing like that.
This is the biggest question I have right now. The relationship with you guys is a little suspect right now.
No, yeah, I promise you.
Your relationship with Bob.
Just friends.
Okay.
We're good friends.
Why do you think Bobby would say that? He's had sex with you.
I have no idea.
I want you to do a little soul search. And I want you to help me solve this crime.
However, the mounting evidence against her made it difficult for investigators to believe her. As Detective Mezzanot later remarked, everything she did was a lie. The final piece of the puzzle came with a toxicology report in February 2006. Jimmy had died of a lethal dose of rocuronium, a drug used in hospitals to temporarily paralyze muscles during medical procedures. Without a ventilator, the drug causes slow suffocation. Shelly, as a nurse, had access to and knowledge of the drug's effects. It was now evident that Jimmy had been murdered before the fire was set. In the months leading up to her arrest, police conducted extensive fire tests to solidify their case. Using similar materials from the Michaels' bedroom, investigators recreated the scene in controlled conditions to analyze the spread of the fire and the damage it caused. These tests confirmed that the fire had been deliberately set in a way that minimized destruction, supporting the theory that it was intended to cover up a crime rather than cause widespread devastation. They also established that the fire's intensity was inconsistent with a naturally occurring blaze, further implicating Shelly. On March 10, 2006, Shelly was arrested and charged with first-degree murder and arson. Her arrest marked a dramatic turn in the investigation. Shelly, who had so carefully curated the image of a perfect wife and mother, was now at the center of a chilling murder case.
I was ashamed of myself. I just cheated on my husband, and everybody was already in so much pain.
We, the jury, find the defendant, Michelle Michael, guilty.
You guys, I did not take Jimmy's life. I swear to you. I don't know what happened. I wish I did. But I don't blame you for hating me. I did. If you want to believe I did it and it helps you heal, and it helps you have closure, then please blame me, because I don't want you in pain anymore.
For Jimmy's family and the community of Morgantown, the truth was both shocking and heartbreaking. The once beloved nurse and cheerleader had orchestrated a calculated plot to end her husband's life, shattering the illusion of perfection she had worked so hard to maintain.